cops in Illinois are everywhere. If you drive at night, you're in our sight. Click it or ticket.
Alright, so as you saw there, I'm focusing on the Click It or Ticket campaign that is used in many states. The product here is wearing a seatbelt and the increased safety that comes as a result of doing that. The price, it just costs a few seconds of your time to put on a seatbelt. Perhaps some people think there's a loss of freedom there, but it's to improve your safety. And then also, the price would include the fear of getting fined and wearing a seatbelt to avoid losing money, because no one likes doing that. The place would be that there's seatbelts in every car, so there's really no excuse for not using them. And promotion is telling people that the seatbelts are important to protect themselves and that they'll have to give up money if they don't use them, so it's worth it. The target audience of this campaign would be all drivers, but especially younger drivers, as shown in the commercial, because they're the ones who feel maybe the most invincible, that they'll never have car accidents, when in fact it is one of the leading causes of death for people under 35. So they're really trying to stress this to younger people in particular. The relative advantage of wearing a seatbelt is that it'll hopefully decrease any injuries that might result from a car accident. You are less likely to be thrown out of the car and have as many serious injuries if you wear a seatbelt. Communicability, the Click It or Ticket campaign is very clear. You either wear your seatbelt or you get fined. So there's really no gray area there. It's just obvious that you should wear a seatbelt. Observability is important here because statistics show that the number of deaths from car accidents decreases as more people start wearing seatbelts. So that's important. I'll have a few statistics for that later on. Time is kind of a non-factor here. It's just a quick process, and it's very easy to teach people about using seatbelts and why it's important. And impact on social relations could maybe be a little bit of a sticking point here. If you're a driver and your passengers don't want to wear seatbelts, and maybe your friends, it might be a little tough to make them do what you want, but you have to tell them that if you're going to drive with me or ride with me, it's important that you wear a seatbelt, because I want everyone in my car to be safe. So the information in this commercial is correct. The Illinois police have been giving out tickets for seatbelt violations since 2003, and they train their police to enforce these laws. So obviously they don't actually follow you around like the commercial showed, because that would just be creepy and probably bring on lots of lawsuits. So they don't do that, but they kind of want to put that fear in people's mind that, well, I need to wear a seatbelt because they could be watching and I don't want to get fined for this, so it's worth it. And this is definitely a credible commercial too, because my sister once got a ticket. She had her seatbelt on, but it was like over, it was like under her arm instead of over her shoulder, and they still gave her a ticket for that. So maybe the click it part's misleading, because they might still give you a ticket even if you do that, but it just shows how strict they are about this. They're not messing around. 3 other behaviors that could use similar campaigns would be having kids use car seats, keeping kids in the back seat until they're 12 or older, and campaigns against drunk driving. I think this is an effective campaign. It's an easy enough behavior that becomes second nature if you learn it, because really I don't think about putting on a seatbelt anymore. I just do it because I always do that when I get into a car. So this is a good campaign to start that behavior early. In Illinois, they've seen a decrease in traffic fatalities from over 1,200 in 2006 to just 900 in 2010. So you can see they decreased it by over 300 in just 4 years. So this policy is definitely part of that success. And then also a survey by the Illinois State Police in June 2013 found that 93% of Illinois drivers wear a seatbelt. And that was up from about 70% 20 years ago. So this is definitely, as it gets more and more a part of the culture, and with campaigns like this, they definitely see improvement. So I think that the Click It or Ticket campaign has been very successful, and that it will continue to help people driving anywhere they go, and will help keep them safe and keep the public aware that you should stay safe as you drive and always wear a seatbelt. Thank you.